guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we've all heard about the rare items in Overwatch 2, like with Pink Mercy or the BlizzCon skins, but very rarely do you ever hear about rare sprays in the game when there happens to be quite a lot of rare sprays. So I thought today it'd be a fun idea to look at some rare sprays in Overwatch 2. Now, some of these sprays are rare because they come from very hard achievements, some of them are rare because they come from outside of the game, but one of these sprays is so rare that literally nobody has seen this spray used in-game, and nobody really exactly knows how to obtain this spray. But we're gonna save that one till last. And the first spray we're gonna be looking at is statistically the rarest spray in Overwatch 2. And this is gonna be Baptiste's cute spray that comes from the window of opportunity achievement. Wait, this is the rarest spray? Well, that's why I say that this is statistically the rarest spray, because achievements on Xbox are able to be tracked by all the players that play the game, and only 0.02% of Xbox players own the Baptiste Window of Opportunity achievement, which could easily translate to only 0.02% of all Overwatch players own this Baptiste spray. And it's kind of surprising because it's typically the pixel sprays and their achievements that we hear about, like the Floor's Lava Lucio achievement, Zenyatta's pixel spray, Reaper's pixel spray, but not really cute sprays, especially for Baptiste. So how does this achievement work? Well, you just have to simply amplify 2,000 combined damage and healing without dying as Baptiste in a game. And when reading that might seem easy, like, oh, all I gotta do is use my Baptiste ultimate with a fair ultimate. No. You don't amplify somebody else's damage. You have to amplify your damage or your healing with Baptiste. And it's not like you can just shoot through the window. No, you have to actually heal your allies or do damage onto the enemy as Baptiste, without dying, might I add. So not only do you have to amplify your own damage with Baptiste without dying and also get the ultimate, but you also have to do it before the round ends. And that makes it even more difficult when you're playing on a control map, because after every map and it goes onto a different section, it resets. And that's why it surprised me that this is statistically the rare spray, because theoretically it could be earned at any time. You just gotta be good with Baptiste. So if you wanna watch me get this spray, maybe on my Twitch, then let me know in the comments and maybe like the video, because I would love to torture myself. Now this next spray is going to be the last achievement spray that we cover, because it is going to be statistically the second rarest spray, and it's going to be the Talon Assassin spray that comes from the Clean Getaway achievement. And you want to know how many players have this spray? 0.05%. Literally only 0.5% of the Overwatch population owns the Talon Assassin spray. So what do you gotta do to get this achievement? Well, you simply just gotta complete Retribution on expert mode. Oh, well that seems easy. With no incapitations. Oh my god. For those that don't know, incapitation is just a fancy word for saying getting down. It doesn't mean die necessarily, so that means you cannot get down and your teammates cannot get down. And that means you can't play with randoms, because you can't trust randoms. But even if you get a 4-man squad and dedicate a whole afternoon to this achievement, you can't even play Retribution because it only came around one time out of the year with the Archives event. So while that achievement was difficult in Overwatch 1, in Overwatch 2, this achievement is next to impossible to get, because the Retribution and the Archives game modes aren't coming back in the foreseeable future. So until Blizzard decides to bring back the Retribution event, and honestly just all of the Archives missions, all the sprays and achievements tied to those missions are gonna be extremely rare from this point forward. Now this next spray is rare, or should I say 20 sprays are rare by an unfortunate set of circumstances, and these are gonna be the Overwatch League Homestand 2020 sprays. Now I think you can kind of piece together as to why these sprays are so rare. The Overwatch League 2020 season was supposed to have homestands taking place in every single city that the Overwatch League was in, but a little exclusive goodie bag that you got whenever you went to these homestands in person was a chance to be able to get these 2020 homestand sprays. Now, I don't know if you remember, but in 2020 there was this little thing called a pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic not only shut most of the world down for months on end, but it also canceled most of the homestands that were supposed to take place with the Overwatch League in 2020. And I say say most homestands got canceled, but there were a couple that were still hosted at the beginning of 2020. In February, the New York Excelsior and the Dallas Fuel here in America actually hosted homestands, so there were some people that were able to get these sprays, but those are some of the lucky ones. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these sprays are just so adorable and not only depicts the team very well, but the city that they represent, which is what was gonna make the Overwatch League so special and different compared to other esports. Having Overwatch be played at a professional level in different cities and having the players go and travel and meet the fans and then giving out these sprays as a reward. But unfortunately, COVID decided to shut down that dream, and I would even argue led to the Overwatch League's demise and failure. Now, these next set of sprays actually came with a collaboration with World of Warcraft, but these are gonna be the Battle for Azeroth Collector's Edition sprays in Overwatch 2. Now, Overwatch has collaborated with, technically themselves, with World of Warcraft beforehand, with skins from World of Warcraft and even Tracer emotes, but when it came to these sprays specifically, you could only get them from either buying the collector's physical edition of Battle Azeroth or the digital edition. Now, unfortunately, and I know this is gonna break a lot of Overwatch players' hearts, but you can no longer buy the digital edition of Battle of Azeroth online, not even in the Battle.net shop. So that means you have to buy a sealed copy of the collector's edition, which should be easy enough. You just gotta go on eBay and well, it's a good thing I don't know any of these characters in these sprays because I've never played a single game of WoW in my life. So for this next spray, you technically could cheese it, but I'm gonna later explain as to why it's hard to cheese this. And this is gonna be the Flash Ops Holiday Special Tournament Spray. So the way that you obtain this Flash Ops spray is simply by entering in the Holiday Special Tournament, which was open to everybody. So really, anybody could get this spray, but there are two caveats. One, you have to play with the team. So that means that you yourself have to have at minimum 4 friends to be able to enter with. And that means that you have to have 4 friends. And if I know anything about Overwatch players, is that they don't have friends. But even if you did somehow manage to have friends, this was not available to South American players and also Australian players, surprisingly. So well, yeah, you technically could just find 4 random players to be able to enter in this tournament just for the spray, which some teams did. You still have to go outside of Overwatch, enter in the tournament, but also beat other parts that actually had the Flash Op tournament. So here are 3 rare sprays that I didn't even know were gonna be rare, but these are gonna be the Underworld PvE Mission Achievement sprays that are titled TS1 Repairs, Vulture, and We Are One. Now, if you don't remember, the Underworld PvE mission was just a section of King's Row where it was like a traditional Archives event mission where you had to go to certain parts of the map and defend them from the Omnic evil enemies. And if I'm gonna be honest, the Underworld PvE mission was very boring. I can only play it one time before I just wanted to claw my eyes out. So that's one reason why it's rare, is because where Underworld is just so bad. But another reason why it's rare is because you actually had to do certain achievements. So let's go over them. To get the TS1 repair spray, you had to destroy 4 battery thieves before they steal a battery in a single run of Underworld, which that could be difficult on its own because if your teammates are blind, it's up to you to destroy those battery thieves. Then for Vulture, you have to discover all the hidden lore interactions in Underworld, so if you didn't look up a YouTube video, you weren't gonna get that spray. Then for We Are One, you had to keep the TS1 robot alive and complete Underworld. So if your teammates are awful, you weren't gonna keep him alive, he was gonna die. Now, a reason why I say that I was surprised that these sprays were gonna be rare is because I kinda didn't pay attention to the fact that the Underworld was a limited time PvE mode. I thought it was just gonna be available forever, just like the other PvE modes that we got, but those challenges were only available for a month, and unless they bring back the Underworld, which they might for the next PvE mission drops if they decide to ever do that, then maybe we can get these achievement or challenge sprays again. But I think you've waited long enough. Now, let's look at what I am considering to be the rarest spray in Overwatch 2, where only 0% of players have this in the live servers for Overwatch 2. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you Pachimari musical? Okay, well, what makes the spray so rare? Is it an achievement spray, bro, you whack? Did you had to go to Homestand in 2019 from the Overwatch League? And before you try to theory craft, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. There is no description with this spray, and there is nothing online that tells me anything about this spray. Literally, nobody has any information about Pachimari Musical. But I have a theory, and not just a game theory. Shout out to MatPat. So the first theory that I have is that obviously this is gonna be in some sort of promotion with the Overwatch League, because this is technically an Overwatch League exclusive spray. And this is eerily similar to another Overwatch League spray, which is LP Pachimari, which has Pachimari on a vinyl disc. And that spray was given out in a promotional email from the Overwatch League. So my theory is that this musical spray was supposed to be sent out in some sort of email. Either you scan a QR code, or you watch it through drops, or you go to a homestand, or whatever with the Overwatch League. But either that email was never sent out, or somebody forgot to include the Pachimari Musical spray with the LP disc spray. Or maybe the spray was never meant to be added in the game. But that's just so weird, because it is in the game, but nobody can use it because nobody got an opportunity to use this spray. So unless Blizzard decides to use this spray as a promotional tool with the up-and-coming Overwatch Champion Series, this is gonna be the rarest spray because nobody had a chance to get it. And it's unfortunate because it's kind of a cute spray. So Blizzard, please release Pachimari Musical, and until you do, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.